Yeah. What's up? And welcome. As always, I'm your host. I'm Will Bryant. And I gotta admit, I was hoping to be in higher spirits for this show, for this episode. I was hoping to be ecstatic right now. I would have been taking shots and drinking beer out of pure elation had things gone differently. But alas, I sit here melancholy, perhaps is the word I'd use. Not sad, not disappointed, not let down, but how good this would have felt. Confused? It's all good. Listen up. See, I'm recording this episode right here just minutes after the Knicks home loss to the Pacers in Game 7 of the playoffs. Our story is done. Our season is over. And the New York Knicks are eliminated from the playoffs. I'm choosing to sit here in my kid's extra large Carmelo Anthony jersey. That still fits, even though I've been packing on the pounds a little bit. My A cups have turned to B cups here, but the kids XL still fits. You can tell it's old because it's got the Adidas logo, and we are the NBA sponsored, brought to you by Nike nowadays. But I'm here. I'm here with a Knicks kids XL large jersey because I still represent, because I'm still a fan, and because I'm proud. I'm proud of the season. I'm proud of the way they played. And honestly, if you're gonna go out, I guess having, I don't know, 6 of your best players hurt, injured, that's probably the way to go, I guess. I mean, it gives us, I don't know if it gives us an excuse. It gives us optimism for the next season, You know what? I can't eulogize the Knicks season without doing tequila, right? That's just impossible. That's just not right. So here I pour out some of this Cascanes that's courtesy of you-know-who. Thank you, James. So cheers to you guys. No, not you guys. I take that back. Fuck you guys. Cheers to the Knicks. And any Knicks fans out there. And if that is you guys, then cool. Then that aforementioned cheers that I took back, you guys can keep that. If you're not a Knicks fan, and I gave you that cheers, then fuck you, give that one back. To all the Knicks fans, to the Knicks, cheers. One shot of tequila down. I'm drinking High Noon today, in case anyone was wondering. So the Knicks lost, and I actually stood up at the end when they subbed out all the players that were left standing at the end, and the Garden gave a bunch of them a standing ovation, like Alec Burks, who came through at that last game. In Game 7, did great. Hartenstein, who has just been incredible for us in Mitch Robinson's absence. I thought the standing ovation they got was pretty awesome from the Garden crowd. And the standing ovation, because they were subbed out while Dante DiVincenzo was shooting some free throws. So he got subbed out a couple of seconds after that. So he actually got his own exit off the court, and that I thought was pretty cool too. That the Garden gave him his own standing ovation too. Kind of special there, to be honest with you. Kind of an encapsulation of the season, and dope of the Garden crowd to realize that even though we got kind of killed today, lost by, I think the final score is over 20. I'm not sure, but the New York crowd is smart enough to realize like we were in a damn near impossible situation, only compounded by the fact that in the final game of the season, our best player fractures his left hand. I mean, and he's a lefty, by the way. So I think it would have been a very different story for the entire playoffs if our squad was healthy. I mean, dude, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, OG Anunoby, Bojan Bogdanovic, Mitch Robinson, all out. Josh Hart playing hurt. Hartenstein looked like he was getting banged up in Game 7 too, and so did DiVincenzo. He hurt his lower back in the first quarter, I think. So there was just every single Knick player that contributes in a significant way to the team was either injured or hurt for these playoffs. And the cool thing is just that we finally have a team that I think is going to be attractive to other players now. You know, Kevin Durant once kind of famously called New York, I don't know if it was corny or lame or whatever, but essentially just said the Knicks weren't cool anymore. He's since then walked that statement back and been like, you know, the Knicks will always be cool. They just were losing at the time, so like whatever. That was the offseason that he decided to sign with the Brooklyn Nets instead of the New York Knicks because he decided to listen to Kyrie Irving during perhaps the handful of years that Kyrie Irving was making the absolute worst decisions of his entire life, both professionally and personally and socially as well. So I'll just add that to the laundry list of things that decisions Kevin Durant has made that were questionable at best. But I bring that up only because Kevin Durant, with the way that the Suns have been playing, there's this rumor going around that the Knicks are ready to give anything to get Devin Booker. Man, fuck that. Give less and get Kevin Durant over here. Let him win the title that will finally define his career. Because don't nobody give those Warrior titles respect. If you came to this Knicks squad right now and became the final piece that could get us over the hump, bro, jersey retired in the rafters. I promise you, man. It would be tough. He's got like a $50 million contract that we'd have to match somehow in a trade. That means probably getting... I mean, would you get rid of Julius Randle, Mitch Robinson probably, and perhaps Bojan Bogdanovic with probably 3 or 4, man, I'd say probably 2 to 3 first-round picks? Would you give that up for Kevin Durant? People are talking about giving up Dante, Mitch, Julius. Some people are even throwing in Hart for Devin Booker. I think, I mean, I understand Devin Booker's way younger. Man, as a Knicks fan, I'm not even looking to build a dynasty. I want one goddamn ring, you know? So we got that by keeping like most of our core, and got an old journeyman veteran that I think can still every now and then be elite in the KD. I don't know, man. Because look, the Sixers are going to reload. I think that they're somehow, some way, I think they're going to get Paul George. I think they've got a lot of cap room under the limit. So Maxey Embiid, Paul George, I think that's a little scary. They're about to get out of that Tobias Harris contract, if I'm not mistaken. So we can't just rest on our laurels here. I don't know if Donovan Mitchell is the answer. I don't really want to give up too much for Donovan Mitchell. Honestly, I don't want to focus too much on this. It's just the game just happened. This isn't a sports podcast. I know. So don't worry for all you non-sports fans. I'm kind of done talking about it. It just happened. All right, it just happened. Give me a break. I've always said this is my therapy podcast, right? Oh, by the way, if you're wondering why it's just another solo episode, this isn't a long-ass intro. It's just me, myself, and I once again. I've decided that until I improve my camera, my video camera, because like I said, I'm recording these on my backup iPhone until I am able to purchase a nice, brand new one, and I don't want to. I don't want to spend less money to buy a cheaper one. I'm going for like whatever the best iPhone is right now. I'm buying it. All right. I'm sorry. So if I have to wait another week or two to do it, so be it. I just figured until then, if I still have to record on this little janky iPhone 8, first world problems, that I'll record myself. And I won't force my guests. I won't force this camera, this subpar camera, on my guests. I'll save it just for me. I know I had 2 episodes with this camera, with guests prior to this. I had booked those guests before my phone broke, and I think I just want to offer my guests higher quality clips, because as you guys know, I put out clips of every episode. So I feel a little bit bad when I put out these clips of my guests and the quality's subpar. The whitewash is all over the place. So if it's just me and I look like shit, whatever. I'm cool with looking like shit. I've always looked like shit. I'll get past it. I want to be a little bit more. I don't know. Am I ever professional? I want to be a little bit more of anything better for my guests. So you guys are going to have to stick with me for at least another, I don't know, maybe a week or 2. We'll see how long it takes me to get this phone. I'm thinking of, it's funny. I reached out. There was like an influx of people that reached out to me, and then I reached out to a bunch of people when I first started booking guests on this show at the start of this year. So I actually have like a ton of people that like have agreed to be on the show that I've just got to figure out a date. And a lot of those are actually my own personal friends. And for the most part, I've had kind of just acquaintances or old coworkers on this show. The only like people in my close circle of friends that have been on the show this year have been Martin and James. But I've got about another 5, probably 4 to 6 friends in that circle of mine that are down to be on the show. So I'm hoping, my goal is to maybe try to bang them all out this summer and just call this the summer of friendship here on I'm Will Bryant. I'm your host. I'm Will Bryant. So we'll see. People, in case anyone's wondering, I've got some names that who wants to be on the show. The one that dubbed us B Squad, she wants to be on the show, and then I will grill her. This Chanel, this Gucci, I will grill her as how we are the B Squad and how she likes to chill with her A Squad more than us. I'm gonna have my boy Teddy on the show. And we'll probably get down and talk down to talking some wrestling. He's been traveling the world. Just went to Paris. I'm very jealous of his travels. I'll talk to him about stuff like that. Lenny's gonna be on the show. Lenny is someone that I love. But I also just love shitting on. So maybe I'll shit on him on live on camera for you guys. Good dude. He's not traveling. He just goes to shows in Brooklyn. I'm gonna get Cole on the show. I haven't even asked Cole. I'm not gonna ask. I don't even have to. I just know he will be on the show. Me and Cole once recorded an episode, and the recording fucked up and got like the file got corrupted like halfway through, and it was one of the most like deepest episodes I ever recorded, and it's lost forever. And we never tried recording another episode again, so I think it's about time. So we're gonna get Cole back on the show, that finance douche, and I'll grill him about being a finance douche and how you can live life being a finance douche. You know, I'll tell you how. With a lot of money, and you spend it to have a lot of fun. Sounds like a pretty good life, actually, if you ask me. Who else am I gonna get on the show? Dave has been asking to fucking be like a guest stat checker on a show. I'm thinking he could be like a guest producer on a show where I just give him the laptop and let him make sure that everything's going okay. I don't know. He might be afraid of being an actual guest on the show. See, we tried once, and it was my fault a little bit and his fault a little bit. It was more my fault than his, but both of us did not do well. And I tried to get too serious too early on in the interview. And he wasn't prepared for that. And nor should he have been. I should have been more cognizant of the fact that it should have been a lighthearted interview. I should have known the subject matters that would have given me the best answers, the best vibe from him. And this was so many years ago. This was like probably 4 years ago at this point. It was a learning lesson, that failed podcast, because we stopped about 10, 15 minutes in, and he was just like, I'm not feeling this. And I was like, you know what, neither am I, you're right, whatever. And we just chilled and smoked and drank the rest of the night without mics, without cameras. And for a while he said it was like he thought it was him just not being comfortable in front of a camera, but not after hindsight being 2020 and just learning to do this better, I realized I could have been a much better host. So I wouldn't mind getting a redo at Dave. And I wonder if Dave feels the same way. We'll see. I'll definitely let him be a guest, like stat checker, podcast producer, guest, whatever. Maybe like when Cole's here, or one of our, or someone else like Lenny or Teddy or something like that. But we'll see if we can get him on the actual show and see how that goes. I think it would go a lot better this time around. But yeah, I have just got this idea of booking all my friends this summer. So if I have a friend out there that thinks that we'd have fun doing this, let me know. I'll reach out to anyone that I haven't reached out to already that I think would do well or would want to do this. Put it that way. This Knicks loss, it's funny. I was just talking to Val, and I was saying how I wonder how many Knicks fans are out there that are just really angry and depressed, or like this loss ruined their day, might ruin their week. Who knows? How many people out there may put a fist through a wall because the Knicks lost today? Maybe I don't know. How many people got into a bar fight because the Knicks lost today? And when I said, I wonder how many people are out there that had their day legitimately ruined and are legitimately angry about the loss. She looked at me. She was like, "Are you one of those people?" And I was like, "No, not at all. No." And the reason is because I used to be one of those people. I have legitimately put my fist through a wall because of something that the New York Jets have done stupidly. So something that the Jets did that was stupid led to something that I did that was stupid. So then we just had the Jets and the Jets fan doing two stupid things, and no one looked good on that day. So I learned a long time ago to improve as a person, I had to tone down my New York sports fanaticism, you know? I don't want to say fandom because I'm not a less of a fan of New York sports. I love my New York Knicks. I'm here rocking this kids extra large Carmelo jersey just minutes after a Game 7 loss to the Pacers. I love my New York Mets. I love my New York Jets. I just love epic, colossal losers. But hey, look at me. What do you got in me? Me? I'm Will Bryant. I'm an epic, colossal loser. There's nothing I've never admitted to being here besides a failure. So, come on. How can a failure like me be a fan of any other sports team besides the Knicks, besides the Mets, besides the Jets? There's only 3 teams in the world that a dumbass, failing, epic, colossal loser like me can be a fan of. And I'll list them right here. Knicks, Mets, Jets. Let's go, baby. Woo! Losers, losers, losers. And I'm here for them. Because you know what? When we win, and I know what a lot of you thinking, a lot of you people out there thinking, or a lot of people out there saying, when, motherfucker, you mean if? Yeah, I get it, whatever. But you gotta have faith that we will win. We need the faith. And I remember talking to some Yankee fans. Cole was included in this conversation. And I said, do you think it's fair for me to say that if my Jets, actually we're talking about the Mets. I said if my Mets win one title, that one title will mean more to me than any title you've ever seen your Yankees win because you've been spoiled. They've won so often. You can't tell me that all of those title victories have meant an equal amount. And that winning over and over again doesn't somehow change that first title that you ever saw them win. Man, I've never seen my teams win. Look, I like hockey. And I'm a Rangers fan. But I'm not going to lie and say that like I was a fucking diehard in '94 when they last won the Stanley Cup. No, I didn't care. And look, the Rangers are killing it right now. I'm not going to start pretending that I'm a huge Ranger fan. I like the Rangers. I will always cheer for them. I will always support them. That's my hockey team. But I don't have the same emotional ties to the Rangers as I do the Mets, the Jets, and the Knicks. I just don't. Maybe if I was white. Maybe if I was from Long Island. Maybe if I had more money. Maybe if I was more privileged. Maybe if I had less teeth. You know, so many maybes. But here I am. A Mets, Jets, Knicks fan. Never seen them win. You know, I once said, I don't know if I said it on the show, and if I did, I don't care. I'm going to say it again, and if I haven't, then listen up. I'm about to say it for the first time. I've once said, I've twice said, I've often said, ladies, if you want a loyal man, find yourself a Knicks fan, a Mets fan, and a Jets fan wrapped all in one. Because if they're of a certain age, you know, if they're in their 30s and they're still diehard Knicks fans, Mets fans, and Jets fans, they've put up with a lot of failure, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of letdown, and they're still in it. You want loyalty? You want stupid, dumb, blind, naive loyalty? Like a dog responding to the sound of this dog food can opening? Opening day, every Met season, there's a sold out stadium of dumbasses like me. Because like Pavlov's theory, the sound of the first pitch, the fucking sound of the dog food can opening, we just come running like morons. Feed us more hope. And what do? You take it away every year. You want a good man? Find yourself a Knick fan, a Met fan, and a Jet fan. No, we won't make a lot of money. No, we won't look that great. No, we're definitely not that smart. No, you won't be proud of us. No, you won't be sexually attracted to us. No, you won't admire us. And hell no, you won't respect us. But you know what you will like about us? Our goddamn loyalty. Because we are loyal to a fucking fault. It's just the way we're built. It's just the way it is. So ladies, stop dating your lacrosse playing, crypto trading, insurance selling, 401k having finance bros, and find yourself a nice, regular, fucking blue collar Mets, Jets, Knicks fan. You won't be that happy, but you probably won't be that sad either. Maybe a little resentful. Maybe that. I had an older cousin that taught me how to be a Mets, Jets, Knicks fan. And for some reason, you know what it is? It's that it's that abusees mentality. Because his brother is a Giant fan, and his sister is a Yankee fan. So my other cousins are fans of the Giants and the Yankees. But no, for some reason, my cousin Phil decided to be the one that took me under his wing. And he said, Willie, you're going to like the Jets. You're going to like the Mets. And I saw his brother Louis like the Giants. And I saw his sister Diana like the Yankees. And I said, but look at them winning. Why can't we like them? And he said, no! We don't do that. We don't root for winners. We don't take the easy way out. We're gluttons for pain. We're masochists. But we're loyal. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever forgive my cousin Phil. I love him to death, but I wonder how happy I could have been had I hung out with Louis and Diana more than Phil. Yeah. I could have had 9 championships to celebrate in my lifetime. Diana's a Rangers fan too. She actually cares about hockey. So fucking add that 94 championship to things I could actually celebrate. Not only do I choose the wrong sports teams, I choose the wrong cousins. I fucking losers. If you're my friend right now, if I ever named you on this podcast, if you've been on this show, I would question you right now. Because apparently I only choose losers. I only like failure. That reminds me of, I probably said this on the show, but I don't care. One time I was in Atlantic City with Cole and Monica. I think our friend Sam was there too. And by the way, I should not have been at Atlantic City because I was dead broke. But I went because whatever. That's what 20 fucking 1-year-olds do or whatever. And I think it was in my head that I'm in Atlantic City when I shouldn't be. And I remember we just had checked into the Harrah's Hotel. As I pour myself another shot of tequila. Thank you, James. And we had checked into the Harrah's Hotel. And I'm laying down on the bed. And Cole's sitting on the bed opposite of me. And we're talking about something. I don't know. I have no idea what. And he says something while I'm laying down in bed. And I just sit up like the Undertaker. I went like this. And I look at him with this like heartbroken face and feeling. And I said, "Did you just call me pathetic?" And Cole turns to me with the most bewildered face I've ever seen him make in the entire existence of our friendship. And he looks right at me and he goes, "No." The fact that I conjured up my best friend calling me pathetic out of nowhere, if that isn't my if that isn't my subconscious trying to tell me something, I don't know what is. See, to this day, me and Cole have an inside joke where the joke is that I'm pathetic. That's our friendship. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if when he is on this show, because it'll happen, the title of the episode isn't going to be pathetic or some shit like that. Privileged patheticism with Will and Cole. Why does that sound like the name of my of my next podcast? God, let me just take this shot. Cheers. Thank you, James. Pathetic Privilege with Will and Cole, the spin-off podcast. You guys like that idea? Pathetic Privilege. Oh, fuck. This is what happens when I do solo podcasts. I have like little to talk about and I just riff on shit like this. Choose the wrong cousins, choose the wrong friends. I love my cousins. I love my friends too. But I could have been a contender. I could have been happy. Could have known what victory was like, man. Oh my God. Val didn't watch a single second of this game with me. I don't blame her. You know, me and Val, we like so many different things. I'm surprised she doesn't kick me out on a weekly basis. But when we do find the shows that we do like, we have to save them to watch with each other. Because if not, this would all fall apart. We need shows to watch together. Thank God we found Silicon Valley recently. I kind of feel like lucky and douchey to be like the only reason that we started watching Silicon Valley is because I recently met TJ Miller and had multiple conversations with him, and that Kumail Nanjiani started coming to the cellar a little bit more often. And I can't wait if they both come in at the same time. Could it be a Silicon Valley bomb? But yeah, we gave this show a chance just because of people I met at work. That's pretty cool. It's awesome. Hilarious. I'm mad it took me so long to get into it. But anyways. We save shows to watch with each other. Because we hate everything else that the other person likes. Case in point. She hates sports. So yeah, she could care less if there's a Knick game on, Jet game on, Met game on, Ranger game on. Even soccer. I think only if Russia is in the World Cup. So like, when's that gonna happen? Actually, they were in it not too long ago, right? Wasn't it like a bribe or something? Anyways, it got me thinking, like, is the shows that men like, or the watching, the TV watching that men like versus what women like, are they equally as dumb in different ways? Bear with me. Like, women love shitting on men about their sports fandom, you know? Well, I hit the mic stand and it sounded like I hit a guitar chord. That's a guitar chord right there. I know that last night we let the liquor dunk. Alright, anyways. 'Cause I want it that way. Tell me why. Oh, God, I know that this show is going off the rails if I'm banging my mic stand and singing along to it. I'm sorry. Anyways, stupid TV. Let's get back to it. Let me talk to you. Yeah. Women, when they shit on us for our sports fandom, so much of me gets it. So much of me. Like, they're always like, you guys get so passionate about it. And there's a moment today, I kid you not, earlier today, I DM'd my group chat, one of them, on Instagram. A group chat specifically, let me try that again. I DM'd my group chat specifically designated for basketball talk, essentially. And I said something like, good luck, fellas, let's go get it. Now, here's the thing. None of us are playing. What the fuck am I saying? Good luck, let's get it. And when we do something, I'm already doing it. When the team that we root for does something positive, we will high five each other and say, yeah, we did it. Let's go. We're not doing shit. And women will look at us and be like, you guys know you're not on the team, right? And we know. But just shut up. God. That's all like just shut up. What do you mean we did it? Shut the fuck up, man. Like, fucking, when you root so hard for a team that every one of their failures make you feel like shit, then when they win, you suddenly start feeling fucking good about it. It's like, look, if I'm in a relationship with a girl, with a woman, and she is continually let down by my failures, because that's exactly what's gonna happen. Let me tell you what else is gonna happen. At some point, the stars are gonna align. I'm gonna get just as lucky as I need to get. And the obstacles in my way are gonna fall down due to injury or whatever. And by hook or come crook or whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna get rich. And you know what's gonna happen? My girl, my woman, my partner, they're gonna look right at me and be like, "Oh my God, we're rich." And I'm gonna look at them and be like, "We? You know you're not on the team, right? Where were you when the Mets blew the best record in the National League and didn't even make the playoffs? Where were you when Mark Sanchez ran into his teammate's anus and dropped the ball on national television? Where were you when the Knicks became the laughingstock of the league and it took them 24 years to get to a place that mattered this much? Where were you? You're making fun of us about we this, we that. Oh man, my girl's gonna let me hear about this. So, is liking the Knicks and the Mets and the Jets, is liking sports, is that as, what's worse? What's worse? Legitimately, what's worse? Guys going crazy about sports or women going crazy about reality TV? Is one better than the other? Is one worse than the other? Are they both just equally as detrimental to the to just the mental psyche and the perception of us as a species? I mean, when a woman looks at a man getting crying over a team losing, and they just look at us like we're pathetic. Hear that, Cole? Like we're pathetic. Is that any different from a woman watching, I don't know, Real Housewives of Fuckville? Or Keeping Up with the Kardashians and reacting viscerally to that? Is there any difference? Men will always argue, and you know what? Perhaps it's sexist of me to say only men, because of course there are women sports fans out there, but the argument in relationships always seems to be, let's say like fucking 90% women getting angry at men for their sports fandom or their dedication to it. Meanwhile, they've never missed an episode of Vanderpump Rules or Bridgerton or Keeping Up with the Kardashians or Love on the Spectrum or Grey's Anatomy or The Resident or The Good Doctor or Rescue 911. Fuck, I can't think of anything else. What else is there? Or any other reality show out there. Here's the argument that men will say. We're watching something that is an athletic performance that they're working on, that they're trying, that these are athletes that have dedicated their lives to this craft, to this sport for their entire lives. And did I just say they dedicated their life for their entire lives? Whatever, dude. Fuck you. Bear with me. So we're seeing like elite athletes that have dedicated their lives to perfecting this craft. And we're seeing them either win or fail on the highest of platforms, the highest pedestals with the eyes of the world on them. Whereas you're watching two people on the spectrum go on a first date. Whereas you're watching two people talk to each other in separate rooms without ever seeing each other, just to get married and get a visa. 90 Day Fiance. That was another one I forgot. 90 Day. You watch 90 Day Fiance and you dare give me shit about watching the Knicks? You kidding me? That dude on 90 Day Fiance that's like 4'1", where his neck connects directly to his ears somehow. You watch him, you cry over him, and you dare judge me for feeling emotion over the Knicks or the Mets or the Jets? Bitch. We all have our guilty pleasures, man. We all have our guilty pleasures. There's something I give more to the argument than you know what? It's not sports. Sports isn't the one that women should like harp on. Wrestling. Now, wrestling is harder for me to defend. Wrestling is just me just putting my hands up and being like, listen, bitch, leave me alone. Go watch 90 Day Fiance. I'm going to watch Monday Night Raw. And let's just call it a day. Can we do that? Can you go watch season 42 of Grey's Anatomy where fucking Shonda Shimes, whatever her fucking name is, kills off the 46th character from her show just for shits and giggles while I watch my wrestling where the same guy has turned good and bad 46 times in his entire career? Can we just both watch our dumbass piece of shit fucking entertainment sources and leave each other alone instead of trying to act like one is better than the other? Grey's Anatomy is stupid. So is the WWE. But you know what they both are? Wildly entertaining. I'd argue that the WWE is way more entertaining than Grey's Anatomy because the WWE can sell out motherfucking arenas and stadiums, and Grey's Anatomy just sells out fucking bedrooms where women stay under their sheets with napkins and tissues to cry some tears of some fucking character that dies that they never even fucking knew anything about. But anyways, I'm not bitter. No. I'm not bitter at all. It's just stupid TV, man. We all have our stupid TV. You know what show used to really, to steal that Family Guy line, grind my gears? Glee? Oh. Man, if you were a chick watching Grey's Anatomy, fine, whatever. Gilmore Girls, where they squeeze in the most dialogue ever. Why do women love Gilmore Girls? You know why? Because it's a bunch of women that talk so much. They talk so much that the thing about the show was how much they talk. Because every piece of dialogue was like this, and they talk like this, and then they said something like that, and then the next sentence was, shut the fuck up! Gilmore Girls, you talk too much. What was I talking about? Oh, wrestling? Yeah, whatever. Fuck it, man. I don't even know. I don't even know. That was the squeakiest mic turn ever. I'm realizing that my mic holder is like my mic stand is very noisy. But I gotta work with it. Fucking TV. So yeah, all this because the Knicks lost today. I'm sorry. This is the episode where I lose all my female listeners, all my female viewers. So I guess I just gotta try to win you guys back. So what should I talk about? I used to love Sex and the City a lot. But you know what? Me and Val hate watched that entire first season of What was it called? Oh, and Just Like That. We did not enjoy a single episode. Not even an episode. Not a single minute of any episode. And then when season 2 came out, we put it on for 5 minutes and looked at each other and we're like, no, we can't do this. So there's a point where even those shows get bad. Oh, and that hurts me because I was such a Sex and the City fanatic. I had the, back before you could stream things, I bought the entire series on DVD, and the packaging was a pink suede binder with all 6 seasons of DVDs, like fucking, I don't know, 30 discs packed in there. I've even watched the deleted scenes. I've watched the audio commentary of Sex and the City. Yeah. And none of that could save me. None of that could salvage me. None of that made me want to watch And Just Like That. Oh, man. It was so bad. It was so bad. Grey's Anatomy, dude. That the writer really just be killing people off. You know, they killed off McDreamy because he was like a dick on set. They killed off Katherine Heigl's character because she was a bitch to the staff and to other people. She once announced that she was going to remove herself from Emmy award consideration, meaning like she was not going to accept a nomination even from the Emmys because she said that she felt like the writing for this season wasn't worthy of an Emmy nomination. She literally said, "Don't even bother nominating me for an award because my writers did such a shitty job this season that I don't deserve any award whatsoever." And then you know what happened to her? The writers killed her off. Shocker! Whoa! Now, that's the thing. Like, if this show was, like, actually substantially really strong, would they just get rid of the main character like that because of something that they said? I don't know. But it happens all the time in Grey's Anatomy. Like, literally, McDreamy got killed off in a random-ass car accident. Why do I know this? I only know this because I once dated a chick that was really into Grey's Anatomy, so I spent like an entire night just Googling Grey's Anatomy facts, and I fell into a black hole of just drama, dude. I watched like top 20 most traumatic Grey's Anatomy deaths of all time. And cheers, guys. I brought this up on the next date, and she was like, "Wow, how do you know all this?" I was like, "Well, I think it's basically thanks to WatchMojo.com, basically." But we were just talking about how McDreamy died, Katherine Heigl died. There was there's like a really nice character that everybody loved that died. I think he was in the army, and it might have been an episode where 2 people died at the same time. I don't know, but it just sounds like they just be getting rid of people there. Easy, like that. Why not, I guess, though, right? They used to say that they would kill people off of The Sopranos if they thought that they were leaking information to, like, outside guests or outside reporters or whatever. Not sure if that ever happened. I literally just picked up this piece of paper that I forgot I had set here. So last week, I was at the bar after work, and my phone was charging because I had it plugged into the wall because my phone dies all the time now since it's just an iPhone 8. And I thought that I had thought of or said a bunch of funny things that I wanted to write down so that I wouldn't forget. And normally I would have written them down into my phone on the notes app, but Since that wasn't near me, I found a piece of paper and wrote it down with marker, and I'm reading it right now, and I don't think it makes sense. I should just read it without trying to decipher it, right? All right, here's what I wrote down. Drunk at a bar, thinking this was something that I should remember for the next day or something. I don't know. No kids by 40. That's the first line. And then the next line is, who takes care of me? What the fuck? No kids by 40, who takes care of me? I think what I was thinking was, if I don't have kids by 40, I've never thought about what happens to me when I get older and I can't take care of myself. That's what I think it is, because I have been thinking about my parents a lot, and how it's time for me to step up. And there was this moment that I had where I was like, hold up, like, I'm already older than my mom when she had me. So it's either I have kids now so that when I get old, someone can take care of me, or I don't have them at all. And then that's why this next sentence makes sense. The very next sentence. So first sentence, no kids by 40. Second sentence, who takes care of me? Next sentence, have kids or get rich. I was at a bar after work, drinking with coworkers, and I had this epiphany that I'm at the age where I have two options now. If I don't want to suffer as an 80-year-old, if I ever make it to there, I either have to have kids now so that they can take care of me in 40 years, or I have to get rich from now until then in the next 40 years, so that once I get to that age, I can just pay for people to have to take care of me. That is not... Why did I think that was funny? That's just sad, son. And then the next thing I wrote down was Mother's Day, coffee at night. Why did I write that? It sounds stupid. It sounds random as fuck, I know. I wrote it down because I invited my mom over to Brooklyn last week for Mother's Day, and we spent the day here in Bushwick. Me and Val took her out to probably what me and Val would consider our favorite restaurant now, called Nawon, Nowon. There's one in the city and there's one here in Bushwick. Just excellent fusion of like Asian and American food. And I wanted to see if my mom was down to have like a Brooklyn day. She was. She kept looking around Bushwick and I swear to God, I've never heard my mom say this before in her life, but she used this word like 4 times throughout the night. She just kept looking around and being like, a lot of hippies. Muchos loquitos. Hippie loquitos around here. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. Is hippie a word that will like offend people? Who's it going to offend? Like Bushwicks? Bushwicks. Val was looking at me like, oh my God, I don't think that's okay to say. And I'm like, well, I don't think it's the N-word. Is hippie the N-word for Bushwick transplants? Like if you used to live in Utah and you moved to Bushwick a year after graduating with a degree in sociology, are you as offended by the word hippie as other cultures are for whatever really pisses off real people? Oh man, I just fucked up, didn't I? So yeah, that's what I wrote down. Oh, Mother's Day coffee at night. We finished the night coming back to the crib and having coffee, and Val looked at me and my mom like we were crazy for having coffee at 7 at night. But I was like, nope, that's what Spanish people do. We have coffee at night, and then somehow we can still go to sleep. It's probably why we're so good at Coke. On that note, honestly, what was this episode about? Fucking me just getting over the Knicks loss and trying to turn it into an hour. Did it make sense? If it didn't, I'm sorry. I was drinking during the game. If that wasn't painfully obvious to you guys. But after a tough Game 7 loss like that, I think that's really all I got in me, you know? So, oh my God. Yeah, for anyone with the keen eye that noticed the apocalypse over here and the Cyclops, Jean Grey, and Cable over here. Yeah, this is my homage to X-Men 97. But don't worry. I already spent an hour talking about sports, essentially, here. Even though I think I said I wasn't going to talk about sports. But I tried to relate it to the common person over here, okay? So, I already talked about sports. I'm not going to spend more time talking about cartoons now, so don't worry. Just know that X-Men 97 is perhaps the greatest thing of all time. Other than that, I just want to say thank you guys. And I'm so happy because I just realized that I forgot to do something in the beginning that I will not forget to do in the end. And it is kind of sports related. Just bear with me. Do me a favor. Follow me on all platforms. I'm Will Bryant. You can follow me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitch, on Spotify, on YouTube, on Threads. That's 3 words. I'm Will Bryant. Bryant. Like Kobe. There's the sports reference. Thank you guys, as always. Look, Knicks didn't get it done, but it's okay. There's always next year. Let's go, Mets. Football's going to start soon, I guess. Let's go, Jets. Let's go, Grey's Anatomy. Peace, guys.